Jai Gurudev, Beatriz, it is wonderful to have you here. The art of living has become a transformative force in many ways. How did your journey with the art of living and His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji begin? Thank you for having me. My journey with the art of living began over 20 years ago. I was a journalist focused on politics and economics, running after big names like Lady Diana, George Bush, and Nelson Mandela. Spirituality wasn't even on my radar. However, my life changed drastically after meeting Gurudev. That sounds like a dramatic shift. Can you tell us more about your first encounter with Gurudev? Absolutely. I first attended talk by Gurudev when he visited Argentina and I was instantly hooked. His words resonated with me in a way nothing else had. Shortly after, someone from India called me to help organize his visit. Despite my ego thinking I had everything under control, there were so many lessons I learned during that period, especially about humility and letting go of control. What were some of the early challenges you faced in organizing events for Gurudev? One memorable challenge was when we were preparing for Gurudev's visit and had not placed an advertisement in the main newspaper due to budget constraints. Someone offered their credit card to cover it last minute, and although we did not end up using it, Gurudev's approach to the situation was enlightening. When we spoke, he included himself in the perceived error, saying, "Why did we ask for money rather than placing the blame solely on me?" This approach made me realize the depth of his inclusiveness and compassion. That's incredibly insightful. How did that experience impact your perception of leadership and responsibility? It profoundly changed my understanding of leadership. Gurudev's method of taking collective responsibility rather than singling out individuals created a sense of unity and trust. It taught me that true leadership is about supporting and uplifting others rather than assigning blame. His actions have consistently reflected his teachings, emphasizing humility and service. You mentioned your initial resistance towards spirituality due to your background. How did you overcome that? Yes, coming from a journalistic background focused on the hard facts of politics and economics, I was skeptical. It wasn't until I experienced Gurudev's humility and a deep sense of peace and purpose his teachings brought me that I began to embrace spirituality. One pivotal moment was during my first meditation program in the US, where I had 90 participants and no manual. Gurudev's sister Bhanudidi Bhanumati Narasimhan graciously gave me her own manual, and that act of kindness deeply moved me. It made me realize the genuine and supportive nature of the Art of Living community. That's a beautiful story. How did the Art of Living courses evolve in Argentina after that? After Gurudev's first visit and his assurance that people will come like water to the tap, we saw a tremendous increase in participants. I began teaching courses with hundreds of attendees regularly. The community grew rapidly, and the courses became a source of transformation for many. The growth validated Gurudev's vision and our efforts to share his teachings. How has Gurudev's personal interaction influenced your teaching and organization of the Art of Living courses? Gurudev's interactions have been a cornerstone of my development as a teacher and organizer. For example, there was a time when Gurudev personally cooked for us at a hotel, serving each of us with such humility. This act of service was a profound lesson in selflessness and reinforced the importance of serving others. His example continually inspires me to live with love and dedication. What stands out to you as a defining characteristic of Gurudev's teachings? The defining characteristic of Gurudev's teachings is his emphasis on inner peace and universal role. His approach to spirituality is practical and accessible, focusing on breathing techniques, meditation, and wisdom that can be applied to everyday life. His teachings bridge the gap between ancient wisdom and modern living, making them relevant to people from all walks of life. How do you see the future of the art of living in Argentina and globally? I see a bright future for the art of living in Argentina and worldwide. The increasing interest and participation in our courses demonstrate a growing desire for inner peace and holistic well-being. As more people experience the benefits of the art of living, I believe the movement will continue to expand, bringing positive change to individuals and communities globally. Thank you, Beatrice, for sharing your journey and insights. Your dedication to the art of living and Gurudev's teachings is truly inspiring. Thank you. It's been a pleasure sharing my experiences. The art of living and Gurudev have transformed my life, and I'm grateful to be part of this incredible journey. Jai Gurudev.